Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe and please share this video in your crypto group chats or on Twitter. Cryptocurrency is booming and Bitcoin has hit $65,000. If you already own Bitcoin, congratulations on being smarter than 90% of the world. Do you want to know where the price of Bitcoin is headed? Stick around and we'll let you know our November and December price predictions for Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin a good investment anymore? The high liquidity associated with Bitcoin makes it a great investment vessel if you're looking for short-term profit. Digital currencies may also be a long-term investment due to their high market demand. Lower inflation risk. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency, without a central bank or single administrator, that can be sent from user to user on the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network without the need for intermediaries. Transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and recorded in a public distributed ledger called a blockchain. The cryptocurrency was invented in 2008 by an unknown person or group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. The currency began use in 2009 when its implementation was released as open-source software. Bitcoin is decentralized thus. There is no central server, the Bitcoin network is peer-to-peer. There is no central storage, the Bitcoin ledger is distributed. The ledger is public, anybody can store it on their computer. There is no single administrator, the ledger is maintained by a network of equally privileged miners. Anybody can become a miner. The additions to the ledger are maintained through competition. Until a new block is added to the ledger, it is not known which miner will create the block. The issuance of Bitcoins is decentralized. They are issued as a reward for the creation of a new block. Anybody can create a new Bitcoin address, a Bitcoin counterpart of a bank account, without needing any approval. Anybody can send a transaction to the network without needing any approval. The network merely confirms that the transaction is legitimate. The successful miner finding the new block is allowed by the rest of the network to collect for themselves all transaction fees from transactions they included in the block, as well as a predetermined reward of newly created Bitcoins. All Bitcoins in existence have been created through this type of transaction. The Bitcoin protocol specifies that the reward for adding a block will be reduced by half every 210,000 blocks, approximately every 4 years. Eventually, the reward will round down to zero, and the limit of 21 million Bitcoins will be reached circa 2140. The record keeping will then be rewarded by transaction fees only. Bitcoin has been criticized for the amount of electricity consumed by mining. As of 2015, estimated combined electricity consumption attributed to mining was 166.7 megawatts, and by 2017, was estimated to be between 1 and 4 gigawatts of electricity. In 2018, Bitcoin was estimated to use 2.55 to 3.572 gigawatts, or around 6% of the total power consumed by the global banking sector. In July 2019, BBC reported Bitcoin consumes about 7 gigawatts, 0.2% of the global total, or equivalent to that of Switzerland. A 2021 estimate from the University of Cambridge suggests Bitcoin consumes more than 178 TWh annually, ranking it in the top 30 energy consumers if it were a country. Bitcoin is mined in places like Iceland where geothermal energy is cheap and cooling Arctic air is free. Bitcoin miners are known to use hydroelectric power in Tibet, Quebec, Washington State, and Austria to reduce electricity costs. Miners are attracted to suppliers such as Hydro-Quebec that have energy surpluses. According to a University of Cambridge study, much of Bitcoin mining is done in China, where electricity is subsidized by the government. A significant part of Bitcoin mining is powered by cheap electricity in Xinjiang, which mostly comes from coal power. In April 2021, a coal mine explosion in the province coincided with a 35% drop in hashing power and a flash crash in price. In other provinces, such as Hunan and Sichuan, mining farms use more hydropower, however these account for at most 4% of hash power. According to Alex de Vries, renewable energy is not a good match for Bitcoin mining as 24/7 operations are best for ROI on mining devices. In 2021, a U.S. company purchased the Greenidge coal power plant and converted it to burn natural gas for the sole purpose of mining Bitcoin, which has proven to be highly profitable, in spite of protests of local residents against air pollution and thermal pollution in the nearby Seneca Lake. Concerns about Bitcoin's environmental impact relate Bitcoin's energy consumption to carbon emissions. The difficulty of translating the energy consumption into carbon emissions lies in the decentralized nature of Bitcoin impeding the localization of miners to examine the electricity mix used. The results of recent studies analyzing Bitcoin's carbon footprint vary. A study published in Nature Climate Change in 2018 claims that Bitcoin could alone produce enough CO2 emissions to push warming above 2 degrees Celsius within less than 3 decades. However, other researchers criticized this analysis, arguing the underlying scenarios were inadequate, leading to overestimations. According to studies published in Joule and American Chemical Society in 2019, Bitcoin's annual energy consumption results in annual carbon emission ranging from 17 to 22.9 mtCO2, which is comparable to the level of emissions of countries as Jordan and Sri Lanka or Kansas City. George Kamaya, writing for the International Energy Agency, says that predictions about Bitcoin consuming the entire world's electricity are sensational, but that the area requires careful monitoring and rigorous analysis. So where is the price of Bitcoin headed? Based on the market and adoption of Bitcoin worldwide, we think Bitcoin will hit $71,000 by Christmas in December. We think that this momentum will carry into 2022 as Bitcoin will hit $90,000, and as Bitcoin climbs towards new heights we think Bitcoin could hit $300,000 by 2024. Have you invested in Bitcoin? How many Bitcoin do you own? Let us know in the comments section what your price predictions for Bitcoin are. If you would like to learn more about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, subscribe to the channel. Please like and share this video with crypto friends. Congratulations on your investments. Let's go to the moon.